couple of weeks ago, I showed you a kit from Revel Board in San Diego that allows you to motorize any skateboard that you want to. You just bolt it on to DIY. Well, today we're going to take a little field trip over to 17th Street Surf and Skate Shop over in the Outer Banks here at Milepost 9. That's on the bypass. We're going to grip tape the deck that I bought there. We'll build the board, which will take minutes to do. I'm going to let Brian from the shop take a ride on it. Spoiler alert, he has a nice crash in this one. Then I'll put the Snugs airless rubber wheels on there, also from Revel Board. Do some test riding and give you all my impressions on it. Let's go. All right, so I'm at 17th Street, and this is Brian. He's going to be helping me out today. He is going to tape this up for me. We're going to get some nice clear grip tape on there. And he was interested in this when I came in and bought the deck here, so he was like, yeah, dude, I would totally ride that. So we're going to let him try it out. It'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, they do. They give you a skate tool, and this tool right here, and this right here is actually for charging the actual remote, because that just plugs in and charges. Now, most of these, Brian, have a wheel, like a thumb wheel that you use to push like that. This one instead has this like brake, pull back, and forward go up like that. All right. So it's been a long time since I have grip taped a board, so I figured I'd just let Brian do this because he knows what he's doing.
I do this all the time.
See, for me, old school board, all about that clear grip tape. Well, it's helpful to have the grip tape rolling tool too.
Yeah, this kid made it for us and gave it to us.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Is it a skateboard wheel?
Yeah.
So if you come to the Outer Banks and you're looking for skate stuff, 17th Street, what's the actual milepost that you're at?
We're at 9.
Milepost 9. Yeah. See, here on our beach, we refer to everything as mileposts. So while I do have tools at home, I figured I'll just bring this in since Brian is going to do the grip tape for me. And let him go ahead and put the, he puts a lot of these together, don't you?
Yeah, all the time.
So you don't have any experience, this is a good point, you don't have any experience building an electric skateboard, yet you're building an electric skateboard today.
Yeah, it's all it is, you know.
That's what
electric, all that stuff's already put together, you know, so
it's pretty
really
sweet.
All it is just attaching it to the board.
Yep.
So.
Well, hopefully we won't have any wheel bite, we'll see. But I figured this board has plenty of, it's got concave there, so it's going to be lifted up around where the wheels are.
Yeah, you'd have to do like a really sharp turn or get some like crazy speed wobble to get any wheel bite, I think.
Well,
yeah,
it's
you
nice.
got so much distance there, like,
yeah. And what's nice is having a kicktail, see, because most of these boards don't have kicktails on them. So I don't have to turn super sharp, I can just give it a little kick. So all we got to do is take this, and you'll see it has terminals on there, and the terminals match up, and put it on there, and there you go.
There it goes.
Yeah. So we got the remote here. Okay, and look at that. All right, so once I push the button on here, there's a power button on there. Then I'm paired up with the remote. So you'll see right here, that's your remote battery. That's the board battery. The direction is forward. I think we're in speed 2. Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It's very badass. I'm gonna let you take the first ride on it since you built it.
All right.
All right? Sweet. Dude, that thing looks so cool, man. It's a squatty little beast. Strapping up, ready to go. Let's do it. All right, dude, here we go. I liked it. Oh! Okay. All right, so we're gonna take her out for a ride here in a nice little park. And I've ridden this quite a bit, actually. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit hairy compared to a nice longer board. So you do have to pay a little bit more attention, especially to where your feet are on the board, which you'll see in just a little bit. Got to watch your foot position on here. Oh. Now, it's gonna be a lot. I did that because there's a nice little bump there. It's going to be nicer when I put the Snugs wheels on here. And the great part about it is that if I get tired of riding it on this nice, awesome short board, I can just switch it over to whatever board I want to. Put it on a long board, whatever. Pretty sweet. I will say this though, man, it is a super smooth ride. It is very comfortable, and this will be great on a longboard as well. The acceleration on it is really good. The brakes are a little bit, the brakes are a little bit strong, and it can have a little bit of torque sometimes depending on where you're at with your speed and all that. But this is a great board and setup really for just kind of tooling around the neighborhood and stuff. If I need to jump between my house and my friend's house or something like that, it's nice. Okay, so the surface that I'm on right now, it's pretty rough, and usually I wouldn't be riding this board on it because of the urethane wheels, but that's comfy, man. That feels good. I like it. It was smooth with the urethane wheels on here, but this just feels so good. Wow. Now, of course, I'm on some smooth street right now, but oh, that is nice. Now, there are some rocks that are in this road here, and I was able to go right over those. I was like, okay, let's test that. All right, so I wanted to test this thing on gravel. You know, I mean, they're not exactly all-terrain tires, but hey, they're kind of urban terrain and you might encounter gravel or something. I did ride out onto this road here and it gets a little bit, again, it's not intended exactly for this, but it does get a little bit squirrely. I mean, it rides. Let's see how it goes though from a dead stop. So let's see. So the way I look at it is, sure, if you run into a patch of it or something like that while you're out riding, they'll sufficiently work for that. Okay, so these wheels are definitely bigger than the other wheels. And while the other wheels, I could almost guarantee I wouldn't get wheel bite on these, I did tighten the trucks up a little bit because, well, you might get some wheel bite. And you don't want to do that going 12, 15, 20 miles an hour or something like that. You stop pretty quick. But man, I got to tell you, overall, this kit, it's nice. Direct drive motors means I don't have to worry about belts breaking or having to have the right tension on my belts or anything like that. And it was super easy to swap these wheels out. Just took the other ones off and put them on. So yeah, overall, this is a sweet, sweet kit because you're not locked into one board. If you buy an electric skateboard, typically there are wires that might be routed through the board, and it's all pretty much built into the board, right? With this, anytime you want, you can just switch to another board. Be like, okay, or whatever. Now I got the extended range battery. I'll tell you that it gives pretty good range. Off of one charge, I was able to do 4 rides, all probably about 5 to 10 miles. Of course, you get the 4-wheel drive version of it with 2 batteries on there. And because the battery comes right off of it and slide another battery on there, you just carry another one in your backpack if you want to, and you have your extended range right there. Highly recommend you go to the website. I've got a link down in the description, as well as a coupon code that'll give you a little discount. Check out all the options that they've got there. And if you want to buy one that's already put together with a deck and everything, well, they got that too. I'll say that the urethane wheels are very nice. They're actually pretty soft, but you know, if you're doing sidewalk cracks and if you live in an area that has a lot of gravel and those little rocks that are flat, you know, when you hit them, you might just stop. I didn't have that problem on here because I've already had that happen on a couple of these boards, so I'm pretty cautious about that. But the Snugs wheels, when you put those things on there, man, it is super smooth. I mean, the riding on that thing, oh, it is nice. Currently, I believe they still have some of the red ones that, like the ones that you've seen here on the channel. They're blem versions and they're like under 80 bucks, I think under $70. Once those are gone, they're gone. You can also buy the Revel Kit with Snugs wheels, so that's another option you can do. I've got a whole bunch of content to show you here coming up on the channel, so if you're into this stuff, I really appreciate you watching and I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. This channel's been around for 7 years. If you've been with this channel for a long time, I really appreciate your support and I appreciate you watching these videos. If you haven't subscribed, there's a red subscribe button down there. If you click that and the notification bell, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. I have links down there for Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. If you have one of those, I would definitely appreciate a follow. Your support is very humbling to me, and I really, really do appreciate you. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.